You might think your Mazda CX-5 or Mazda 3 is running perfectly right now, but this is exactly the point where hidden problems start showing up. Around the 5-year mark, something changes. The car still feels smooth. It still drives well. Nothing obvious seems wrong. But underneath that normal driving experience, wear is starting to build, and certain patterns begin to appear that most owners completely miss. And here's the problem. If you don't recognize those patterns early, they turn into expensive repairs later. Not because the car is unreliable, but because these are the exact issues that show up over time if you don't know what to look for. If you own a Mazda or you're planning to keep your car long-term, make sure you subscribe. On this channel, we break down real-world problems before they turn into expensive repairs. Mazda built these vehicles to feel premium, and they really do. The driving experience is excellent, the handling is sharp, and the interior feels more upscale than most competitors. But with that also comes more advanced systems. You now have electronic thermal management, more complex transmission behavior, advanced driver assistance systems, and a lot more electronics controlling how everything works together. And when these systems age, they don't fail randomly. They fail in very specific ways. One of the most important issues you need to watch out for is related to engine temperature, and it comes from something most drivers don't even think about: the coolant control valve. In older cars, this job was handled by a simple mechanical thermostat. It would stay closed while the engine warmed up, then open at a specific temperature. Simple, reliable, and easy to replace. But in these Mazda models, that system was replaced with an electronically controlled valve, designed to manage temperature more precisely. Now on paper, that sounds like an upgrade, and it actually is when it's working properly. The engine warms up faster, runs more efficiently, and maintains better fuel economy. But over time, a problem starts to develop inside that valve. There's a fail-safe thermostat built into the unit, and that internal piece can begin to deform after a few years of use. When that happens, it starts opening earlier than it should, and that completely throws off the engine's warm-up process. So instead of reaching proper operating temperature quickly, the engine stays cooler for longer than it's supposed to. At first, you might not think much of it. Maybe you notice that the blue temperature light stays on longer than usual. Maybe your heater isn't blowing warm air as quickly as it used to, especially when the car is idling. Sometimes the temperature gauge might behave inconsistently. These seem like small things, but they are actually early warning signs. Eventually, the system will detect that the engine is not warming up correctly and trigger a fault code. But even before that happens, the real damage can begin. When an engine runs too cool for extended periods, it doesn't burn off moisture inside the oil. That moisture builds up over time, and it can lead to internal wear, sludge formation, and reduced engine life. Mazda initially addressed this issue by replacing the entire coolant control valve assembly, which is not cheap. But later on, they introduced a better solution. Instead of replacing the whole unit, the faulty internal thermostat is removed and replaced with a plug. And then the engine control software is updated to let the electronic system take full control. This fix is more reliable and avoids the repeated failure of the same internal part. Now let's move to something that a lot of drivers notice but don't immediately understand: transmission behavior. If you've ever heard a chirping sound or felt a slight hesitation when your car shifts between gears, especially from third to fourth, you're not alone. This is one of those issues that starts small, but can turn into something bigger if ignored. What's happening here is related to the torque converter inside the transmission. Over time, the lockup clutch inside that converter begins to wear. As it wears down, it releases tiny metal particles into the transmission fluid. That fluid is supposed to be clean, but now it's carrying debris throughout the system. At first, all you might hear is a noise. But as the contamination spreads, it starts affecting other parts of the transmission, including the solenoids and valve body. That's when you begin to notice rough shifting, delayed engagement, or inconsistent performance. The proper way to fix this is not just replacing the worn part. You also need to completely flush the transmission fluid multiple times to remove all the metal particles. If you skip that step, the new parts can get damaged again very quickly. This is why this repair can be expensive, especially if the issue has been ignored for too long. If this is already helping you understand your car better, hit the like button. It helps more drivers avoid the same costly mistakes. Now let's talk about the all-wheel drive system, because this is another area where problems can develop quietly. The rear differential in these vehicles is generally strong, but it has one weakness: it can develop slow leaks. And the problem with slow leaks is that you don't notice them until the damage is already done. As the fluid level drops, the internal parts start running without proper lubrication. Over time, this leads to wear and eventually noise. You might hear a groaning sound when accelerating or a clunk when changing direction. At that point, the damage has already started. Many dealerships will recommend replacing the entire differential, which is very expensive. But in some cases, the problem is limited to a specific section, like the coupling. If diagnosed properly, you can fix just that part and save a lot of money. This is also why regular fluid changes are important, even if the manufacturer says the fluid is lifetime. Nothing is truly lifetime when it comes to mechanical parts. Changing that fluid at reasonable intervals can prevent these issues completely. Now, shifting to electronics, this is where things start to feel more modern, and sometimes more frustrating. One of the most common issues is something known as ghost touch. This is when your infotainment screen starts acting on its own. It changes menus, selects options, or even makes calls without you touching anything. This usually happens because the layers inside the screen begin to separate, or the system controlling the display starts to fail. At first, it's just annoying, but over time it can become a serious distraction while driving. Replacing the entire system at the dealership can be very expensive, but there are more affordable options, like replacing just the screen or the digitizer. This can fix the issue without replacing everything. Another electronic issue that shows up around this time is battery drain. You park your car, everything seems fine, but the next morning the battery is dead. And then it keeps happening. This is usually caused by one of the vehicle's modules not going into sleep mode properly. Systems like the telematics unit or power liftgate can stay active and slowly drain the battery. In colder conditions, this becomes even more noticeable. Sometimes a software update can fix it. Other times, upgrading to a higher capacity battery helps manage the problem better. Now let's talk about brakes, because this is something almost every owner notices. Brake pads and rotors on these vehicles tend to wear out faster than expected, and it's not always because of how you drive. Modern systems like radar cruise control and stability control use the brakes automatically in certain situations. Even small adjustments during normal driving can add up over time, leading to faster wear. In some cases, software issues with the electronic parking brake can cause the brakes to drag slightly, which leads to overheating and warped rotors. This is why keeping your system updated is so important. Suspension issues are less common, but you might hear clunking sounds as the car ages. This is usually due to worn sway bar links or mounts. It's not a major repair, but it's something to be aware of. On the exterior, Mazda's paint looks amazing, especially colors like Soul Red. But the downside is that it's quite thin. That means it chips easily, especially if you do a lot of highway driving. Over time, those small chips can affect the overall appearance of the car. Windshields are another area to watch. Because modern windshields include sensors for driver assistance systems, replacing them is more expensive than before. You're not just replacing glass, you're also recalibrating the system. At the end of the day, owning a Mazda CX-5 or Mazda 3 beyond 5 years is still a great experience. These cars are built well, and they hold up better than many others in their class, but like any modern vehicle, they rely on systems that need attention. If you understand these common issues, watch for early signs, and handle problems before they grow, you can avoid major repairs and keep your car running smoothly for many more years. And that's really the difference between an expensive ownership experience and a smart one. Knowing what to look for and acting early before small issues turn into big ones. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Auto VFix and turn on notifications, because the next video breaks down another problem most drivers misdiagnose, and it could save you even more money.